Good afternoon. I'm Madeline Grolman.
I'm Betsy Bodwin, and this is the Voice of Duquesne Live. Now in sports. Last Wednesday, the women's team fell against Davidson in their first A-10 game of the season. The game was close at halftime, with the Dukes only losing by 1, but Davidson blew the game open in the second half and won the game 77-54. The Dukes then faced off against Eastern Michigan on Tuesday. Duquesne managed to come back from down 11 to tie the game, but Eastern Michigan pulled ahead with a layup with 11 seconds remaining, which would prove to be the difference maker as the Dukes lost 77-75. Duquesne is now 6-4 in the season and will look to get back on track when they play Stony Brook on Sunday.
Last Saturday, Duquesne basketball played Stony Brook at the Cooper Fieldhouse. The Dukes managed to take down the Seawolves 84-75 to bring their record to 6-3. Important performers in this game were John Hughley IV, who put up 25 points, and Jacob Necas, who notched 11 points and 9 rebounds. This was also a milestone game for John Hughley as he got his 1,000th career point. Coach Drew Joyce congratulated Hughley after the game, saying, "Anytime you reach a milestone of over 1,000 points in your college career, it's an accolade that shouldn't be looked over. It comes with a testament of hard work and consistency." The Dukes will look to improve their record on Wednesday when they travel to Idaho to take on Boise State.
Last weekend, Sydney Severini and Sierra Snow traveled to Austin, Texas to compete in the Toyota U.S. Open. Snow managed to get a 9th-place finish in the 200-yard backstroke with a time of 2 minutes and 14.07 seconds. This time was not only a personal best, but it also qualified Snow for nationals happening later this year. Severini also put up a solid performance, placing 21st in the 200-yard breaststroke with a time of 2 minutes 38.04 seconds. Coach David Sheets said after the event, "I was extremely proud of the way Seb and Sierra handled the environment of the U.S. Open. This was the first time either of them competed at a meet of this magnitude, and both handled it extremely well." Duquesne will travel to Indianapolis this weekend to compete in the USA Junior Nationals.
Last Friday, the women's track team competed in YSU Icebreaker in Youngstown, Ohio. The highlight of this event for Duquesne was a 6.08-meter long jump by sophomore Rose Cachiro, which not only won her the event, but broke program records. Other impressive performances included were senior Eva Leatherman, placing 3rd in the 800-meter race, junior Anna Rur placing 4th in the 600-meter hurdles, and sophomore Lauren Stroga placing 4th in the triple jump. The Dukes' next meet will also be at Youngstown as they compete in the YSU Collegiate Invite on the 16th of January. Now, let's head over to Kylie Crocus with this week's weather.
Thanks, guys. So let's look at our weather, and in case you didn't know, it's been frigid. It's very cold here in Pittsburgh. Got my scarf on. It's extremely cold. So looking at Friday, tomorrow starting off finals week, we have a high of 32 and a low of 23. Moving into Saturday, moving into the weekend, it's going to be snowing and raining with a 45% chance, with a high of 31 and a low of 19. Moving into Sunday, snowing and raining again, 40%. We got a high of 20 and a low of 9. Very cold. Then moving into Monday, we're going to have a high of 26, a low of 16. It's going to be cloudy, not too bad. Moving into Tuesday, we're going to have some cloudy, a high of 34 and a low of 21. Moving into Wednesday, it's going to be a high of 40, a low of 27, and a 35% chance of snow and rain. Then to finish it all off, finishing off finals week, moving into Christmas break, it's going to be a 50% chance of snow and rain with a high of 52 and a low of 36. Moving over to our friends in Rome. It's a bit warmer over in Rome. It's pretty sunny, actually. So it's going to be sunny on Friday with a high of 55 and a low of 36. I'm jealous. Moving into the weekend, they have a high of 56 and a low of 37. Still sunny. Moving into Sunday to finish off the weekend, they're going to have a high of 55 and a low of 36. To start in their finals week, they're going to have a high of 56 and a low of 38. Partly cloudy this time. On to Tuesday, they're going to have cloudy skies with a high of 56 and a low of 39. Moving into Wednesday, cloudy again. It's going to be a high of 53 and a low of 45. To finish off their finals week over in Rome, it's going to be partly cloudy. The sun's coming out again. It's a high of 54 and a low of 42. Moving over to Dublin, Ireland. as always, there's going to be rain. Starting off on Friday, it's going to be sunny actually. This is a shocker for them. It's always raining over in Dublin, but it's going to be sunny on Friday with a high of 50 and a low of 41. On Saturday, big surprise here, 65% chance of rain with a high of 54 and a low of 44. On Sunday, they're going to have a 75% chance of rain this time with a high of 54 and a low of 46. So it's not too cold, but it's raining. What's new? Moving into Monday, they're going to have a 65% chance of rain with a high of 51 and a low of 44. Moving into Tuesday, they're going to have partly cloudy skies. No rain this time, so they're going to have a high of 49 and a low of 42. Moving into Wednesday, it's going to be 55% chance of rain with a high of 52 and a low of 41. And then to end it all off, getting into their Christmas break, they have more rain. What else? With a 45% chance of rain and a high of 49 and a low of 41. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kylie. Last Friday, the Duquesne Club baseball team spent the night volunteering at the St. Anthony's Holly Jolly Christmas Party, hosted at Acrisure Stadium. According to Jenny Colbert, who is the Director of Development for St. Anthony's School Programs, St. Anthony's is an inclusive educational program for students ages 5 to 21 with Down syndrome, autism spectrum disorder, and other special needs. Their unique program thrives within select Catholic schools throughout the Pittsburgh region. Currently, they have 4 elementary programs, 3 high school programs, and 1 post-secondary program at Duquesne University. Using a special resource room designed to help students with their academic curriculum, they provide services such as speech, occupational, and music therapy, as well as job and mobility skills training. In addition to the special resource rooms, students can attend inclusive classes with their peers. St. Anthony's established a program at Duquesne 30 years ago. The students at Duquesne focus more on job training and a curriculum developed to give them the skills needed to become as independent as possible. They take classes like budgeting, current events, health, creative writing, etc., as well as take trips to St. Anthony's Life Skills Apartment in Squirrel Hill to learn how to cook, do laundry, use Google Maps to get to grocery stores and other essentials, preparing them to be productive members of their household and their community. St. Anthony's also does job training on the Bluff and at sites all over the city, like Reed Smith, Cribs for Kids, Education Partnership, Court Records, and the Marriott, to name a few. The Holly Jolly Christmas Party is an annual fundraising event designed to kick off the holiday season, celebrate the students, and show off their many abilities. Duquesne baseball head coach Josh Kane said, "The best part of volunteering at such a fantastic event like this is the feeling you get from being able to bring others joy in a time of need, especially during the holiday season." Freshman Nathan Baxendel echoed a similar message, saying, "I am very fortunate that our team was asked to volunteer at this event. It really touched me." According to team president Gio Mascella, the opportunity to volunteer through St. Anthony's came up when he was walking in class down Academic Walk. He spotted St. Anthony's table and inquired about what the organization was about. He exchanged information with Jenny, who works for St. Anthony's, and said if there was any opportunity to volunteer or way he could help, she should let him know. Thankfully, she did. Mascella thinks it is important for the team to get involved in as many things as possible to not only foster a sense of closeness among teammates, but to establish a presence on campus and reinforce the crucial role of giving back to the community. Colbert spoke on the impact of the baseball team being at the event, saying, "The baseball team handled all their responsibilities beautifully. Finding young supporters and volunteers is important to our sustainability, and we really feel like we've met a great group of people that can help us spread the word on who we are and what our mission is." The baseball team is currently 1-0 in conference play and will face Carnegie Mellon to open up the spring schedule. As for St. Anthony's at Duquesne, they will be celebrating 30 years on the Bluff all year and will be hosting a reunion on March 1st for any St. Anthony's student who attended the program at Duquesne.
The vibes were high for Christmas at Duquesne in the Power Center Ballroom on Sunday evening. Many of the branches of Duquesne's ensemble programs came together for a festive night of music. Jeff Bush, Duquesne's area coordinator of jazz, said that it's their biggest event of the year. It's a unique opportunity because we have almost all of our large ensembles on one stage. Many of the ensembles have their own concerts throughout the school year. Noah Palvoda, a junior at Duquesne and part of the Wind Symphony, was very happy with the night overall. It's our most attended event, and it's nice to have people It's nice to each of the ensembles and have more people in attendance. The collaborative and festive nature of Sunday night made it a memorable one for all in attendance.
Madeline and I joined fellow reporter Kylie Crookus to explore the Pittsburgh Christmas scene. Let's see what we found. Hi! Hey guys! We're on our way to go downtown to check out some of the Christmas stuff going on in downtown Pittsburgh. Yay! We made it there. Yay! We just made it. Look at the tree, it's so pretty.
So the line for tickets was like super long and we were freezing. So instead of waiting in the cold, we decided we'd come back later and we'd go check out the market. And the walk was so great. There were Christmas decorations everywhere.
Okay, everyone.
Made it to the shop.
Yes, we did. Look how cute everything is. We're gonna look around, putz around, maybe pick up a few things. We'll see.
The shops were adorable. There were so many different kinds of stores with knickknacks and little different kind of Christmas decorations or little gifts you can give somebody. Overall, it was adorable and I just loved everything there.
Okay, everyone, we're walking into this place. We don't know what it is. We're excited. Yes, we're excited.
So inside this mystery building, I say mystery because none of us knew German, there were a bunch of knickknacks, ornaments, and just like super cute Christmas decorations. They were porcelain, there were some nutcrackers. Overall, it was just super cute. It was very like mystical in there. Everything was lit up and it was just awesome.
Markets are cute, but we're really looking for some food. Maybe some hot chocolate. You know what I mean? Maybe a little something. A pick me up. Yeah, a pick me up, but we're gonna see.
Here's another shop. It was like an alpaca shop, so everything was made out of alpaca like fur. There was this awesome alpaca dressed like Rudolph. Of course, we had to take a picture with it. It was adorable.
Guys, so you know that food we were looking for? Well, we found it. We found it. This looks like some popcorn and nuts, and we have some fudge, I think, and then confections. And then all down this way are more stores we didn't even know were there. So we're gonna check them out and give you a review.
Here's where we got some pierogies and hot chocolate.
Okay, guys, we got pierogies. There we are. I'm gonna put some sour cream on this. Watch this. Oh. Never mind.
Good.
We got pierogies, guys. We're gonna check them out. Pretty good.
Big fan.
So in that area, there were some more little stores with some knickknacks, jewelry, and as you can see here, some more ornaments. It was super cute and everything was so creative and adorable. And then, of course, we had to go back and try the cinnamon roasted nuts and, of course, the fudge. So we had to try it.
Okay, so I got the fudge. I got the thick pieces. I got sea salt caramel and peanut butter chocolate.
Yum. What are the thoughts? Got some nuts. Caramel and nuts.
Those are really good nuts.
Really good nuts. Betsy's trying a nut.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. Do we like? Good.
So Madeline's trying a nut.
The nut? It's giving nutty.
Yeah.
It's giving caramel. It's giving caramelized.
So after trying some tasty snacks, we said bye to the market and started walking back to the ice skating rink. And on the walk, we saw the lamp from A Christmas Story. It was so funny.
So we have some sad news. We got back to the Christmas tree. We're cold and the line is pretty long. Yeah, that's just to get tickets, not to mention skates. So unfortunately, we're not going to ice skate, but we had some fun at the market and enjoy some video clip of other people ice skating.
Even though we didn't get to go ice skating, we still had a great time with the gorgeous decorations. Obviously, there was some awesome Christmas music playing. The market was awesome. There were so many cute shops and the awesome food. It was a great time.
Everyone, we're walking back. Look what we found! Christmas! It's a Christmas tree! Oh, Kylie, go! Yay!
And the fun continued into our walk, making the experience even
We
better.
just got back to Duquesne! Yay! Just made it back to Towers! Yay! Thanks for joining us on our vlog. Signing out from the Voice of Duquesne Live! Bye!
Thank you. The Duquesne University Voices of Spirit is the School of Music's flagship choral ensemble. Led by Dr. Karen Daly, the choir is regularly invited to perform off-campus. Voices of Spirit is composed of students in all music majors, as well as education and nursing. The choir is dedicated to presenting fresh and relevant performances of diverse repertoire. Voices of Spirit is frequently collaborating with professional ensembles, including recent performances with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra, River City Brass Band, and the Cassia Ensemble. The choir is open to all students by audition who have high school choral experience and a love of singing with passion for performing. In 2016 and 2022, the choir performed with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra, as well as touring Pennsylvania in 2017, New York in 2018, and Canada in 2020, to go along with recent appearances in Johnstown, Cleveland, Erie, Buffalo, and Philadelphia. The Voices of Spirit also have their own full-length album titled Wake Up My Spirit. It celebrates the Spiritan traditions of Duquesne University and is available for listening on digital channels. Last year, the Voices of Spirit were invited to perform the prestigious College Music Society Showcase Concert in conjunction with Society's 67th National Conference in Washington, D.C. In an article published prior to the event by the university, Dr. Daly said, "Performing at a national conference is such an elevating experience for a collegiate choir. We have the opportunity to take the music to the highest possible artistic standard and to showcase our work to a broad and informed audience." Daly continued saying, "The voice is such an incredible instrument of artistic expression." Following up the success at last year's College Music Society Showcase Concert, Voices of Spirit will be appearing at the Pennsylvania Music Educators Association Conference in 2026. Hear the choir live January 24th at Christ United Methodist Church, starting at 3 p.m., and then again on Tuesday, February 17th at 7:30 p.m. live from the Carnegie Music Hall in Pittsburgh.
The Mary Poppert School of Music welcomed students, family, and community members last Thursday, December 4th, for a fun-filled evening with rhythm and relaxation with their community drum circle. The drum circle was held from 7 to 8 p.m. in the Dr. Thomas D. Poppert Center for Performance and Innovation. The event invited participants of all ages to come together and de-stress using group drumming. Hosted by the university's music therapy department and facilitated by music therapist Bob Miller, the drum circle is designed to be a free, open, inclusive event for everyone. People who attended the event were encouraged to use the many instruments provided or even bring their own. Attendees formed a circle and took turns following rhythms and leading beats. The event aimed to help people unwind during these busy past few weeks and build new connections through music. The Community Drum Circle is part of ongoing efforts from the School of Music to provide accessible music therapy and other wellness opportunities to our Pittsburgh community. Check out Campus Link for more upcoming wellness events in the music community.
Now for updates from SGA. Join them today for Burn Your Worries S'mores at 5:30 p.m. It is a great chance to take a break from your reading day studies. The Museum Challenge deadline has been officially extended until December 31st, so make sure to join. As a reminder, it is an opportunity to win prizes for your organization, such as free catering for an event or Extra Plus. All you need to do is submit fun pictures and videos. The Student Government Association approved 2 new organizations, Study Abroad Alum Association and Psychology Club. They also approved a revision in the organization reapplication procedure bill.
Now, let's head over to our Morgan Carr, who sat down with Father Bill to recap the semester as it comes to a close.
Hi, thank you so much. Today we are joined by Father William H. Christie, who is the University Chaplain and the Director of Spiritan Campus Ministry. So thank you so much for being with me today.
It's my pleasure, and happy last day of classes.
Yes, I know. We're so excited to get kind of, the semester ending, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of your thoughts on 2025 as the year comes to a close? Kind of specifically, we can start with, the first American Pope.
Yes, that was very exciting and quite unexpected. And I think that right now we're just seeing kind of a lot of the projects that Pope Francis had left on the desk. And now Pope Leo has finished those projects, those encyclicals, those writings, but added his own touch to them. And also his first trip out of Rome and going to places of conflict. I think that this is a very positive sign of what his papacy is going to be going forward.
Yeah, and so what exactly does this mean to Catholics in the U.S. and kind of specifically our students here at Duquesne?
I think that it does make it a much more personable We think of religious leaders, we think of popes as somehow almost otherworldly, but to know where he came from, the neighborhood, the places. Actually, I went to the same theology school that he did. Of course, many years later, but yes, it does bring a humanizing factor to it. The fact that he's a White Sox fan means that he knows how to suffer with those who suffer. Only better if he had been a Pirates fan.
Yes, that would definitely, I think, make it better for us here at Duquesne. But on top of that, Duquesne has also announced a new president. What does this mean for Duquesne?
Oh, yes, it's very exciting. And especially to have somebody who has served as our provost for 8 years and who has really worked and brought a lot of energy and initiative to the role as provost. One thing that means for us in a very practical way is that David Dalsey will hit the ground running. I think that for many presidents who are coming into a university, there's a whole time of maybe a year where you're just trying to learn the institution, learn the mission, learn what makes this university unique, so that you, as the leader, can lead that institution. Dr. Dalsey has been with us for 8 years. He knows the faculty, he knows the students, and he knows a lot of the trajectory that we're on. So I think that we are getting a very good leader, a very insightful leader, but also one that is going to be ready from the first day.
Yeah, and I know Provost Dalsey talks a lot about the Spiritan mission and Duquesne's mission and how that's kind of the path that he's set on. Why is it so important that someone like the new president would follow in the Spiritan mission and Duquesne's mission?
Oh, that's essential. I mean, what distinguishes us from any other school? What distinguishes us and the education that we're trying to provide for our students, if it isn't that mission and if it isn't that spirit and ethos? This whole evolution of, as you know, we serve God by serving students so that they in turn can serve others. And this sense of what we are doing here is not just for ourselves. What we're doing here is for greater good. And it's for a community much wider than ourselves. By doing that, by adding that dimension into our education, we have opened ourselves to the world. And so we go beyond the boundaries of our university and asking students to carry that ministry, that mission, that vision out into the world. So it's very essential to who we are.
Thank you. And now the campus ministry is always doing lots of innovative things. So what are kind of some of the activities and highlights from the 2025 year through that perspective?
I think that finishing up last year, the spring semester last year, we had a lot of energy going forward as students were starting to get over their post-COVID hangovers. They were starting to engage more. I remember immediately after COVID, trying to get students to do mission trips. It was very difficult. They had just been told that people were dangerous. The world was dangerous. You had to hide yourself away from the world, and asking them to engage in the world and engage with each other was difficult. But slowly we have been coming out of that. We had a wonderful World Youth Day experience in Portugal, and then followed it up this summer with the Jubilee year and taking a whole group of Duquesne pilgrims, students, to Rome for the Jubilee year. And that was just kind of a taste of what this fall semester was going to be. I don't know if you've felt it, but the freshman class who came in never had COVID during high school. And they've come to campus and they've wanted to join. They've wanted to be together. They've wanted to participate. And I think that every student activity on campus has just seen this huge jump in participation because these freshmen were not afraid. And that has translated to the sophomores, to the juniors, and even to the seniors, that as they see more students getting involved, they want to get involved. I think that our chapel choir, the chapel choir, I think, was down to 10 members because this idea of singing together was not popular post-COVID. This year, we're over 35 members because the community, the students, have been able to overcome that.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's very insightful that there is so much more community. But you talk about the chapel choir, and another thing I kind of want to ask is about, I know you talk a lot about Dr. Mike McKay, the new music director. Mm-hmm. It seems like there's a lot going on specifically in music ministry. Can you talk about him, his new addition, and kind of that?
Oh, yes. Well, he's a new hire for us, and his background has been in high school music direction. Especially he, for many years, was here in Pittsburgh at Central Catholic. Now, anybody who can convince a 14-year-old boy to sing in a musical has some real salesmanship to it. And so that he's brought that. He's brought a lot of the connections that he had at Central for students who are now here, but also he studied both his undergraduate and his master's here at Duquesne in the music school. So he has a lot of connections organically with the music school. So we're seeing that that movement together, his ability to recruit, his ability to teach, because students not only want to sing and participate, they want to do it well. And so him as a teacher has really brought the choir along, and people are enjoying it.
Yeah, and I think the community is really like what kind of Duquesne is about. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so in that sense, what do you think are some of the things to look forward to in 2026?
Oh, I'm very excited to go into 2026. Yes, I think that as we're seeing in the fall semester, the increase of participation, this is only going to increase in the spring semester. And as we come back to campus in January, I can see us even expanding beyond what we've been doing. Not only in campus ministry, for our liturgies, for our programs, for our different mission trips, but just that whole feel on the campus of wanting to be together and wanting to do things together. And so that translates, and that just picks up momentum, and it begins to snowball. And that's a wonderful snowball to have.
Yeah, and how would you tell students who do want to take advantage, specifically in the Spirit in ministry, how would they take advantage of the offer, all the offerings that you have?
Oh yes, I think that everything that we're having is open, and we have to. I tell my staff, you have to invite and welcome, because it's not enough to say simply come. When somebody comes for that first time, you have to welcome them again. And you have to make sure that they're connected with the community. Make sure the student who arrives for the first time at Bible study feels that welcome, not only from myself as the person who's running Bible study, but kind of from the student leaders who have naturally kind of taken that role. To encourage that so that students can get involved, can feel welcome, and can very quickly feel part of the community. So we have all of those activities. They're all listed, they're all advertised, but advertisement isn't enough. It is when somebody is brave enough to step into the room for the first time, is there somebody there to say welcome and to bring them into the community?
Yeah. And now, do you have, as you kind of look through the spring semester of 2025 and the fall semester, what's your biggest advice to students as they head into the new year?
Oh, I think it's to let their enthusiasm show. They have the enthusiasm, they have the desire, but sometimes they can get overwhelmed with so many choices, so many activities to be involved with, so many different communities competing. So choose the ones that are really going to be beneficial to you, that offer you that real sense of community, and then invite people to them. I think one of the prayers when people ask me to pray for them for finals, it is, let us work when we need to work, and let us take a break when we need a break. But let those break times be things that really give us life, that really restore us, renew us, and give us energy, and not be the type of breaks from our studies and work that just sap our energy. I think that so many students feel that when they do take a break, that they just waste their time. And then when they return to their studies and they return to their work, they're not refreshed, they're not renewed. So let that enthusiasm out, let that desire to be in community, and let that desire to find the things that are really giving them life and restoring them so that they can be productive and engaged in their studies.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be with you.
And we hope that you take his advice straight to the heart. And back to you guys, and we will see you soon with more updates.
Thank you, Morgan. Now from Provost Dawsey's Academic Insights. Happening this week at Gumberg Library to support student study needs, extended hours are in effect from Monday, December 8th to Saturday, December 13th from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. Take a break and unwind with some friendly pet therapy animals December 10th and 12th and 15th and 16th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. They can be found in the popular reading fireplace area and flex spaces 1 and 2. Stop by and enjoy seasonal crafts, try loom weaving, and contribute to a community-made Gumberg scarf, a perfect creative break during finals week. All faculty, staff, and students are invited to register for a lunchtime trivia contest hosted by the Honors College. The contest will be held on the 5th floor of Gumberg Library at noon on December 12th, and it will feature a festive lunch as well as prizes for the top 3 teams. Register your team of up to 6 players today.
With finals starting today, this is VODL's last show of the semester. Our staff looked back at their time this fall. Let's see what they had to say.
This is Donovan from Voice of Duquesne Live, and I think my favorite part about this semester is just like meeting new people. We have a great crew in here, and it was nice to meet new people, especially people that I probably wouldn't have known in other circumstances. So it was nice. What I learned is just kind of like how like a lot of news stories work, and like how to get better at like reporting stuff and writing, which is nice. And I also was able to get better at like being on camera and reading a teleprompter and all that stuff. So that was great. Yeah.
Hi, so I'm Morgan, and I'm the news producer for VODL. And just kind of my look back on the semester has been kind of crazy. It was just kind of an idea that the DSR president and advisor kind of had last spring and through the summer, and then they kind of reached out to me. We got talking because I came to do broadcast news. That's all I wanted to do, and besides the Duke, that wasn't really an option to do news on campus. And they reached out to me, and it was kind of just my dream, and I was so happy that they had the same passion. And so we just kind of kicked it off running as soon as we hit ground on campus in August, and it's only grown so much. We have over like 1,500 viewers, and it just means so much because we have people watching, not just students but staff, faculty, alumni, people from the community. It just means so much to know that people are like watching and paying attention. Our staff is amazing. They really just want to showcase the like community and the news, and they really do care. We also have students who aren't journalism or sports media majors, and it's so like great to see them like truly just want to be engaged with campus and like doing what they're passionate about. it's just so great to see it. I mean, we've had so many great guests. Like, we've had President Ken Gormley, the future president, the current provost, Dr. David Dowsey. We've had people from the Career Center, Alumni Affairs, so many people, Dean of Liberal Arts. It's just crazy to kind of see the people that are coming and want to talk to us and want to get involved. We've grown so much doing, the weather and just, some fun events on campus, just making sure that everyone knows what's going on and like that people are watching and we do care and we pay attention. And it's just been great, and I really can't wait to see what our staff in VODL does next semester. Just really want to grow the staff and just kind of keep going the passion of news, and just, this helps not just us learn and grow, but it also helps the community to just stay in touch and really be able to like connect with each other.
I'm Tyler Moyer. I'm from the Voice of Duquesne Live, and my favorite part of the semester was doing the weekly sports recaps. And I'm really looking forward to going home and seeing my family.
So, fun fact, I'm not even like a media major, I'm a psychology major. But I remember on move-in day, I was walking with my mom and I saw the studio and I went, mark my words, I'm gonna get in there. And I said the same thing to the friends I met during orientation week. I said, mark my words, I'm gonna get in there. Then I was sitting at the panel meeting for the School of Liberal Arts during orientation week, and I heard Morgan talking about VODL. So I tracked her down at the end of the panel meeting, and I asked her, I'm like, hey, do you have to be a media major? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh, great, I already applied. So, it feels like that was like 2 days ago, but I feel like I've done so much since then. I got to write so many awesome stories and go so many places, like ice skating. It's just been lots of fun.
Hi, my name is Alex Funk. I am a political science major, but for Voice of Duquesne Live this semester, I was doing most of the back-end stuff. So I would do camera switching, handling graphics, doing audio, pretty much anything that was in the back as long as it was needed. My favorite memory from Voice of Duquesne Live this semester was doing the election coverage for the mayoral race in Pittsburgh. As I said before, I'm a political science major, so to me, actually going out and seeing like the election process, seeing the candidates, seeing their reactions, I think it was really impactful for me. Overall, I do look forward to continuing to work with the team, Morgan, Dawn, Betsy, everyone. You guys are amazing. And yeah, I look forward to another great semester.
Hi, it's Madeline from the Voice of Duquesne Live, and some of my favorite moments from my time at VODL was when I got to go to the zoo. I got to interview the CEO of the zoo, see the pumpkins. That was so much fun. I also liked the package that you're seeing today with Betsy, Kylie, and I. It was so much fun to film. Good food, good atmosphere, a lot of fun. Everyone on the VODL staff has made this experience so special, so shout out to them. I love them. We're one big happy family. Shout out to Dawn and Morgan. VODL has made me become a better speaker, and I'm so much more confident in my speaking abilities, whether that be interviewing people or just talking to anyone, period. So thank you, VODL, and I hope you guys keep watching.
Hi, it's Brendan Flater from the Voice of Duquesne Live. I've really enjoyed working on Voice of Duquesne Live this semester, getting to host, doing some reporting. I've enjoyed writing stories. I've really enjoyed writing packages as well, getting to host. And then the thing that I've enjoyed a lot too that I didn't know if I was going to enjoy or not was working behind the scenes and learning how all of that stuff works. I think it's really cool, all the technology that we have at our disposal working on these shows, and I really like working with the group of people that we have running each one of these shows.
Thank you. I'm Betsy Bodwin.
And I'm Madeline Grolman, and we cannot thank you enough for your continued support, and we hope to see you next semester.